No. No. Yo, no way, no.
That was me, discovering a duplication glitch that would allow me to take over the entire server. But it didn't start out as that. You see, I wanted to build a mega shop, but it required a lot of materials, and I didn't want to spend hours gathering them. So I decided duping them would be the best way to go. So I hit the web looking for the best dupe methods on Bedrock. And after a couple of failed attempts, I finally found a method that actually worked, and I could finally get all the materials from my mega shop and begin building. But you read the title. You know it didn't end like that. Except it did, for a couple of months, but during those months, the thought of duping never left my mind. On one hand, I could get an infinite amount of anything I owned, but on the other hand, I was already the richest player on the server and I didn't really need any more items. These thoughts would not leave my head for months until one day I snapped and asked a question.
What would you say if I found a way to dupe items?
Honestly, I'd do anything to get some of this stuff.
And that's when it came to me. You see, on this server, every 2 weeks we vote on a new king that can add or remove rules. They basically control the server. So if I was able to bribe everyone into voting for me, I could take over the entire server. So, with that in mind, I duped tons of shulkers and headed to the election center with the hopes of becoming king in order to take over the entire server.
This is my first time running for Supreme Chairman. And some of my competitors may call me a terrorist and say no one's gonna vote for me, but I'm rich, and rich people have but I'm rich, and rich people have power, and I promise that if I win, I will give everyone that does not have netherite a full netherite set.
Okay, I vote for Rebel Boy.
It had worked, and I was voted in as the new king almost instantaneously, and I now have the power to do whatever I wanted. But power never comes without resistance. Within minutes, people were already protesting the election, saying the election was rigged and I had bribed my way into being king, which they weren't wrong. However, even though I was the king and had all the power, there was still one thing that could stop me. Every 2 weeks, we are supposed to vote on a new king. You know that. But if that was to happen, I would lose all of my power. But I was the king. I could do whatever I wanted, so I changed that rule to if I died, I would be removed as king. Naturally, the server was furious.
I made it. I made it, and you just crapped all over it. It's like building a skyscraper, and then you just put a bomb in it or something.
They were so mad that even the most peaceful players on the server still tried to kill me.
Where are you all trying to kill him? Because he's staying for life.
Weeks had passed, and there had been many failed assassination attempts. But I was still king. I still had the power. But I didn't know what to do with it. Until eventually, I got bored. I went on a rampage, killing people.
We're either gonna have to kill him or impeach him.
I blew up innocent people's shops.
Do you not like this, Golden? Do you think this is like worthless or useless? Oh no!
That is so much damage!
I completely lost
Dude, that's so funny.
I pretty much made the server unplayable. And it made me wonder how much of a villain I was actually being. But I didn't have a lot of time to think about that because a new team was being formed on the server with the purpose of killing me. They called themselves the SCD, or the Superhero Crime Division, and shortly after their formation, they challenged me to a 1v4. So, in order to prepare for the fight, I brewed up a bunch of invisibility potions to confuse them, and duped a bunch of god apples and other things that would help me in the fight. And going in, there was no way I was going to lose.
To destroy his tyranny, okay?
Yeah.
For freedom!
No, we're fighting now. Okay, we're fighting. Yes, it's working! It's working! It's working! Yes, you fucked yourself! You fucked your teammate! You fucked your teammate! I'm in a cobweb! I'm in a cobweb, I'm in the cobweb. He's in the cobweb, he's in the cobweb. Oh, damn, oh. Dude, I got some combo right there. Come here, Grizzle. I'm in a cobweb! Bro, these cobwebs are annoying. Just judge my invis pod, boys. Who are you? Oh. Dude, come here. Dude, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. Let's go! Let's go! It's raining, boys. Come here. The cores are negative 2,800, one's negative 1,600. Come here, James. He's in the death pit. Come here. He's not okay. Me and you, Golden. Me and you, Golden. Come here. Come here, Golden. Come here, Golden. You're dead. You're dead. I still have 2 stacks of God apples. I have 2 stacks of God apples. I don't think he's got this. Come here. Let's go. GG's, GG's, GG's.
I had won, but it didn't even matter. After the fight, all my enemies logged off the server. And as the days went on, people logged on less and less until eventually no one logged on at all. And that's when I realized something. I realized that me being king was ruining the entire server. So I called one final meeting to step down.
Thank you all for being here. I know I've been a tyrant recently, and I've decided that I should step down for the good of the server. So yeah, I've decided to step down. That's about it. Yay! Run around happy noise.
It had worked. Me stepping down as king had saved the server and people started playing on it again. And my message to you is, don't let power ruin your server. Because ultimately, power means nothing if you don't have friends to play with.